What's up, everybody? Here's a first look at Arcath Tales, released March 20th, 2026. I've been playing this game for a week now as a free-to-play, so I wanted to give a quick rundown of what this game has to offer so you can see if you want to give it a go. One thing I will say is when I did go to the main screen, click settings to check for a Discord server, it brought me to the R2 Games mobile Discord. And if you know anything about this company, from my experience, it's a gray area. I played Idle Dangers, was an instant uninstall. I played Ember Ruin, not an instant uninstall, but under a week. I played Mutant Summoners, however, the game was very laggy, seems like it was poorly optimized, and then eventually I just gave up because it just became too much pay to win. I played Realm Traveler, lasted about 2 weeks. So all I'm going to say is be cautious and don't expect much dev communication. Having said all this, Arcath Tales, let's dive into it. Right off the rip here, I'm going to say the main screen UI is a complete mess. I haven't seen something this messy in a long time. There are more icons littered on the screen than I can count. I don't see a way to hide them, probably because I'm blinded by everything, but if you can get past that, there is a lot of quality of life features I do appreciate, leading me into my top 3 pros. Number 1 is going to be quality of life. Almost all the combat-focused game modes I've come across allow for auto battle running in the background. What I mean by this is, say you go into Expedition, aka it's going to be your campaign, I can click auto challenge, then hit leave, and it runs into the background. When I win, it will autoplay to the next stage. Forest Spires, aka Tower, same concept, auto challenge, run in the background. Then there's game modes like Elemental Crown, basically your daily rotating boss. You click challenge, AFK, runs in the background, easy peasy, allows you to get lots done at once in a short amount of time. Besides your combat, there's quality of life for awakening your Sylvan, aka your heroes. Click a button, then quick advance. It has your main formation to set, and you can create additional presets for specific game modes. This is actually pretty good. A lot of games I play don't usually have this, and a huge plus is, from what I can see, you only have a lineup consisting of 3 heroes, where some games have 5, 6, 7, 8. You name it, a game probably has it. Number 2, it's going to be lots of beginner events. You will have your screen littered with events when starting out, and quite a few of them give substantial rewards. You have your Wonder Log, which would be like your 7-day server starter quest. However, I don't think I'm going to get enough points to get the final reward, mostly getting held back by the account level, because unlike majority of idle games I've played, as a free-to-play, you only get to buy 1 additional fast reward a day. Really bad in my opinion, and this is your direct way of getting account XP through your AFK reward chest. It sucks because the final reward is a Mutant Sylvan Egg Choice Pack, which I'll get into later, but basically you get to choose a specific hero. You have Demon Hunt, probably one of my top 3 favorite game modes right now, because it gives rewards such as summons to fuel my gacha addiction, and Legacy Souls, which is basically your diamonds in-game currency. Simply progress through the zones, fighting enemies, and beating the final boss. I definitely can be further, so I'll have to grind these out later. And then Arcath Tour will probably be your biggest one. That will be like a free-to-play / pay-to-win mashup. It has different areas like Tour is to do summons, Sylvan is for starting up a hero to a specific quality, Abyssal is participating in Abyssal Hunt, and Familiar is your familiar, aka I'm just going to call them your pet summons. Advancing in the tiers warrants some pretty solid goodies. Number 3, you have various aspects of gaining power, which could also be a con due to being overwhelmed or falling more into the pay-to-win category, but I mean, what idle gacha isn't? Some examples would be character. This is where you can improve your own skills, obtain better quality gear by progressing through the campaign. You can always check the idle drop rates for your current level, which affects idle rewards, quick idle, and demonic rift. Plus, you can also enhance the gear. You got outfit, Celestia, and mount. I don't have this unlocked yet, it says day 8, but yeah, this is more so going to be your pay-to-win stuff, but as a free-to-play, you can gradually get the resources here. Soul Stones is interesting, like your Tetris style, to get the most out of the board based off the shapes you have to work with. Better quality give better stats, which also improves your resonance effect for further stats. Sylvan, aka your hero, simply ascending them to higher quality, slapping on high-ranking skills, that's going to help. Familiars, your pets that I call them, getting higher quality and starting them up to improve your stats. Will be RNG factor here, as you can reforge the substats, and those substats vary in quality, and be mindful of the set bonuses, such as the Lavagon set. 4-piece has a percentage chance to splash damage, so pick the sets that work for the heroes that you're working with, that you have, and what their purpose is for. And now moving into my 3 cons I've seen thus far. Number 1's got to be the hero ascension process is demanding as I suppose this is the price we pay for formations only consisting of 3 heroes. But there is 3 different qualities of Sylvan. You've got your rare, ultra rare, and mutant. Each version will allow for overall power improvement, and you have to pull that said version in order for the upgrade. Then you have Ascension, typical idle gacha stuff, needing dupes. However, there is no food variety. From what I've seen, you just need your Sylvan for like rare copies and ultra copies. It's a lot of duplicates. Like you can see, in order for my bandit to go further, I need 8 rare souls just to go to 1 out of 5. Then 2 out of 5 needs the same requirement, or I think it might need more. I'm not too sure. Gotta go all the way up to 5 out of 5 before I can get the final requirement. If you go over to the Wild Shrine for summons, which I'll click on right now, every 40 Twilight summons, if I click on the information, guarantees a random ultra rare as pity. Looking at the rates, pulled the Sylvan copy for Mutant, it says 0.7% and ultra rare at 1.9%. Then you have rare and token possibilities at the end here. So we're going to back out here. We have 100 summons to go through. We're going to pop these off, and then we're going to see what we can get. To save on video time, I'm just going to click on summon times 100, and let's just see what happens. So right there, we got an ultra rare copy, I'm assuming. Yes, we did. We got one right there. We got a rare. And it went all the way up to mutant, so maybe I pulled the mutant version. And I guess I got the same hero again. And that looks like that's all I got. I mean, obviously, I got more heroes here. It looks like I only got 1, 2... So out of 100 summons, I only pulled 2 ultra rare copies when the pity's 40, and then I pulled 1 mutant copy. Yeah, not really good rates on that one, unfortunately. Number 2 is going to be your pay-to-win gatekeeping. Now, mobile games do this, but I feel as a free-to-play, you should be able to eventually get stuff over time. The issue I have seen with this game is it's not the case, specifically for these 2 Sylvans, Crystal Blood and Withered Queen. To unlock them, you need to spend money, and I think that's ridiculous. So huge red flag here that some of the top heroes right now are hidden behind a paywall. There are other examples, but they are your standard ones, like free up until this point, then you need to spend type of events. Number 3, we're going to settle with its R2 Games Mobile. I've just had a bad experience from the various games I've tried with little to none dev communication, and the games just being more on the pay-to-win side. It's also concerning for a game to launch with almost 0 gift codes. I really only found 2 working gift codes, which will be on the screen right now. Pretty disappointing. Even in the Discord, the pinned comment only has the 1. If you have others, feel free to leave a comment down below. All in all, this game seems to be like a short-term fun side game that I will probably get bored of after a few weeks, but maybe you like it. And hey, that's totally fine. Let me know down in the comments if you've been playing this game or will you try it out. As always, thanks for watching. See you in the next.